Well, hello there. Good morning. Um, I've been. I know I didn't do a video yesterday, and I actually skipped my live stream yesterday. I've had a bit of a setback, but actually I did do a panel, completed it, just idly sitting there. Um, and I'm gonna work on this one. But anyway, let me just continue on with this. Can't really explain. Where am I? Ink. What's going on? But just a bit of a setback, I guess. We can get one panel done during this video. Not that too big? I think it's just a bit too big. There are two sort of textural lines in the leather of his helmet for Corbeau. And then his ears have these sort of ear pads. I like to imagine there's some kind of electronic gear in there. We're going to go ahead and black those out. There we go. And that's pretty good. Alright, this is a weird panel in that it's actually an open panel. It's a kind of open panel. What we see are this wavy line representing the flashback memory that she's having. And I think I'm okay with it straying this close to the border. The thing with curves like this is, just like anything else, they have to be balanced. You don't want to make them too sharp, too angled, too close to other things. Make sure that the curve looks natural. If you recall, when we were drawing this, we went through several size changes on the head and on the arm. Made the left arm turn into the right. No, the right arm turned into the left arm. Originally that was going to be a right arm. Now we changed it to the left arm, so we have our left arm. I mean, our right arm going down. I'm getting confused. There's too much stuff going on in my life. Alright. That's okay. If it's this arm, left arm, then the concave contour should go that way to show that the arm is slightly angled away. There's a seam in the jacket. little bit of a background. Don't have to do much on the background. We're going to do focus lines on the outskirts of this particular thing. Now this is a bit of a danger, so we're going to make sure that it's broken up. If you have any line that is either vertical or horizontal that bisects or cuts across the entire panel, make sure that something breaks that line. Something obvious. In this case, his hand. We had to put the hand there. Why is that? Well, then it looks like two different panels if you're not careful. So also I put a little rim looking thing. A rim. I think we went a little too angular here. What this is meant to be is like if we're looking inside the glass pod, it was sort of the tube on the inside. There we go. And the hardest part, of course, is doing the female figure. Requires a lot of grace, which I don't have a lot of grace. I'm looking at these female figures and I'm thinking I need more better outlines. Oh, you know what's missing on her? First of all, yes, we need a better outline. But she has to have that energy. Actually. I don't know if I like her too close to her hand, her finger. Also, and this is one of the reasons I think I also started working on another comic. I had a dream, like a dream and an inspiration of another story. And a magical story, right? So I thought, and this is the comic I'm supposed to be doing that's themed with magic. And the idea is there is a, let me tell you the story. You know how genies live in a bottle? Or a lamp? Or a lantern? Right? A genie lives in something. And I had this idea of a genie that lives in a snow globe, but the snow globe is actually it's almost, you know, it's not just, they don't just live there, it's a prison, right? They can't leave until something happens, or unless something happens. Well, in this case, well, also wait, let me go into this. There's a genie named Zirian. And genies aren't good or evil, they're something in between, right? They could be either or both sometimes. The real problem happens when genies get mixed up with sorcerers. And so the enigmatic genie, look, I haven't done her yet, Zirian, ends up with this tending towards good. Sorcerers aren't good or evil either. This other guy, I forgot his name. I was going to make a name up for him. And there's also an evil, must always be a villain, named Rask. Rask the Undying. Another sorcerer who embraces necromancy and undeath. Oh, these are supposed to be gloves, aren't they? Alright. I think we can make this more like a glove. There's a panel on the back. There we go. That's more like a glove. Let's take a look without the pencil lines. Aha! A little bit better. Definitely got some hatching to do, or a gray tone over here. Also, the light is coming from inside the pod, so we can hatch towards the light. Same here. It's also been really cold lately. Alright, let me go back to my story of the snow globe. By the way, this is all backstory. This is not the whole story. This is not the story. It's in the comic. So once upon a time, there's a wizard who binds a genie named Zirian, and he has an enemy named Rask, the Undying, and these are super powerful wizards, right? And he uses the genie to trap the necromancer, and they both end up in the snow globe. And so, in a sense, the genie is the snow globe. Anyways, so what's going on inside? Have you ever wondered what life was like inside the genie's lamp? You know, what's going on in there? And I just thought it could be. It's kind of like the TARDIS. There's a whole world. There's a whole dimension inside there, inside the genie's lamp. In this case, the snow globe. And it's this sort of winter wonderland, oops, type of world. And also, you know, Rask is no slouch. He's still trying to get out. And he influences people through dreams, right? He's trying to... So he influences this one sorcerer's apprentice to try and steal the snow globe to set him free. And he's successful. The snow globe is moved, but instead of letting Rask out of the snow globe, basically the sorcerer's apprentice goes into the snow globe and he ends up trapped in this world, right? And of course Rask is infuriated by this, and that's the adventure, right? And the snow globe, like I said, it's a winter wonderland. It's all kinds of weird things that come from the mind of the genie, and it's winter themed. It's Christmas themed. Sort of a Christmas fantasy. The apprentice is named Lyriel, or Lyrian, or Lyria. I like all those names. I think it'll have to be Lyria because the genie is Zirian. There we go. And they're not alone in this snow globe. Like, the genie has created multiple other entities within the world of the snow globe. Let's move that hand up a little bit. Well, I kind of like what I did with the hand. Put it right there. And I want there to be like some penguin people, like penguin humanoids. And there will be some rabbit people. Snow rabbit, like a snow rabbit tribe of like, they're like Eskimo warrior halflings almost. They're gonna be, they have like little rabbit hoods on. Yeah. And Lyriel, who's trapped inside, we find out that he wasn't just trapped inside. Like, the genie made sure that the ritual chose the right person for it. So even though Lyriel's a mere apprentice, he's the right person. I wonder if I should do this finger. There we go. It makes it a little bit more natural. I'm not saying I always get it right, and I often don't. And it'll all be this sort of adventures in this weird winter wonderland type area where Rask is confronted. Oh, the original plot. This is what Rask was going to do, the Necromancer. He was going to influence the apprentice through dreams to steal the snow globe, take it out of this magically protected area, and then through a ritual, instead of escaping himself, he would switch minds with the apprentice, thus gaining a new body. And he fails, so he's infuriated. Here's the other thing I was going to have is the influence of Rask will be as powerful as the influence of the genie, or almost as much. Rask is no slouch, right? So that's an idea I had. I love fantasy. What is this line? Well, it's this sort of wisp of energy that comes off of her. Anyway. Alright, we're going to use a similar trick to the polished floor trick, right? If you recall, the polished floor trick is a series of vertical lines. Well, you can also use that if you use them on glass. It's raining right now. Alright, let's do our focus lines. I think we're close to being done. I think I've emphasized her breast too much. I'm not trying to be gross about it. Let's just thin out that line weight a little bit. She's meant to be artistic, tasteful. She's a titan, for gosh sake. Alright, let's take a look at this too. A lot of things in my life are coming together. And that can be also a little bit trepidatious. I'm getting all my retirement stuff worked out. I hope to be retired early. Well, I would at least like to retire from my current job. You might not think I'm old enough, but I am. It's a special deal. Alright. That's kind of working. Okay, so we're going to go over here to layer 13. We're going to choose canvas, drawing guide, edit the drawing guide, perspective, put it right there in the middle. Take this one and delete it. Take this one and delete it. Perspective, there it is right there. That's exactly how I want it. And here it's not like these focus lines that go in so close. They're just around the edges of our memory pane. Just like that. Whoops. And that lets us know that it's a memory, that it's not taking place in real continuity within the comic. It's just a hazy outline of a memory. And then when we're done with it, which we are, we just take it out. Looking good. Alright, now on the bubbles layer, we have a narration bubble. This is different than a narration box because the narration isn't, you notice it's in quotes. The narration comes from her, not from an off-camera narrator or third party. It's still her voiceover. Oh, it's going to create a tangent if I do it right there. If I do it there, it's not big enough. Okay. Well, let's let it fall where it falls, and then what I'll do is I'll erase the other line. Okay. So let's go back to here. I believe it's on this layer. All right. Back to the bubbles. Back to the bubs. Ba-dump, ba-dump. Cheeseburgers. All right, here we go. How about like that? And then there's a second one down here. You see the asterisk. One of the fun things that comics can do is give you sort of a callback or something from a previous comic if you haven't caught the first one. In this case, maybe you want to read that one. Well, this one's back in 9 Volt Uncanny Journeys. There we go. You right here. Okay. and it tells us where this memory took place. If you wanted to actually catch up with it and read it. Now, I've left the background fairly blank here. It's completely blank over here. But I think we're okay. I think we're okay. And that concludes our middle panel, our middle row. What's left? Let's take a look. Bring up another close-in portrait, and then we have a scene where she finds the antenna. And that concludes our page once we get to there. End of the year is always a weird time. This is, what do we have? 7 days left? 1 week left. 6 or 7 days, 1 week left or so of 2023. Are you ready for 2024? I'm definitely ready. I'm ready. Let's see what the future brings. Please like, follow, and subscribe. There'll be more comics every day. It takes a little bit to do. Keep working on it. And the thing to remember about comics, always, if you're sub to this channel because you want to make comics yourself, is always be thinking about the story, I think. That's the lesson for today. See where the story's gonna go. It ain't about the art, it ain't about the picture. All the art looks different. Every comic looks different. If you're trying to make your comic look the same, you're in the wrong. The art must be yours, but what matters is the story, as told through the art. The story is told through the art. Alright. Please like, follow, and subscribe. And I will see you later.